Good afternoon, children. Welcome to today's class. Today we are going to discuss the fullerene, and then we will go for the exercise which is there. Okay, in this carbon chapter. Though fullerene is not there in the syllabus, only we will just introduction I will give there. So fullerene is another crystalline structure or allotrope of carbon. This is the fullerenes. It's a huge number of carbon which will be held together. It's a cage-like structure, and fullerene, the main fullerene which we are going to read, that is C60. This in this manner we denote this, and after the name of the inventor Buckminster Fuller, we give this name as Buckminster fullerene. Okay, this we denote as C60. 60 carbon atoms are held together. Why can't be seen properly? Carbon atoms are forming a cage-like structure, just like a football, and so as we will be getting the structure of fullerene. Okay, this number may vary. It may have different numbers. It will vary from 30 to 900. Okay, the number of carbon atom may vary from 30 to 900 carbon atoms may be together in fullerenes, different fullerenes, and the main fullerenes which we can get, that is of 32, 50, 70, 76 carbon atoms may be there. Okay, so and the main is carbon 60. This is the main structure, or we will say main fullerene which we are considering. Okay, and the properties are not required in that manner. Uses of fullerene, we can use it as insulator, and some fullerenes, the compounds of fullerenes can be used as superconductors. Okay, so insulator, as insulator we can use them as insulator and as superconductor. Okay, these are the two uses of fullerenes. Achha, now we will go for the exercise in page number 129, exercise which is there. Page number 129. Exercise, the first exercise of this chapter. So first of all, we have fill in the blanks. Dash is present in both living and non-living things. So this will be carbon. Carbon is present. So 1A, this will be carbon. Carbon is present in both living and non-living things. Okay. Next, number B. The tendency of an element to exist in two or more forms but in the same physical state is called dash. So the tendency of an element to exist in two or more forms but in the same physical state is called allotropy. So this will be allotropy. Next, dash and dash are the two major crystalline allotropes of carbon. So this will be graphite and diamond. So graphite and diamond are the two major crystalline allotropes of carbon. So this will be graphite and Next, number D, dash is the hardest substance that occurs naturally. This already you have done. Diamonds are the hardest. Diamond is the hardest substance that occurs naturally. So number D, this will be diamond. Next, the name. Just a second. Wait a minute. Number E, that is the name carbon is derived from the Latin word carbo, that means coal. Okay, so this will be carbo. Number E. This will be carbo, which means coal, the Latin word. Next, number 2. Number 2A. This is choose the correct alternative. In combined state, carbon occurs as petroleum. Coal, diamond and graphite, these are all here carbon occurs as in elemental form. Okay. In combined state, we are having carbon in petroleum. Okay. Carbon occurs as petroleum in combined state. So this will be 4. Fourth will be the correct option. Next. Next. A crystalline form of carbon is fullerene. Here other options which are there, that is lamp black, gas carbon, sugar. These three are amorphous forms of carbon. So crystalline form will be fullerene, or other than fullerene we can have diamond and graphite as also. Okay, so here as fullerene is given in the option, so fullerene will be the answer. So once again this will be the fourth option will be the correct one. Next, graphite is not found in this. We will not do because it's not there in the curriculum. We have not done. So question number C is omitted. Question number C is omitted. Okay, we are not going to do that. Next, diamond is used for. The options are. The correct option will be cutting and drilling rocks and glass. Okay, other options which are there, that is true for graphite. Okay, these are the uses of graphite. So only cutting and drilling rocks and glass, this is correct for diamond. So number 3. This is B. This will be number 3. The correct option for this is number 3. Next, carbon forms innumerable compounds because carbon atoms can form long chains. So this will be the correct option. Other options are also may correct, but the most convincing answer is number 3. Carbon atoms can form long chains. That is the catenation property of carbon, and for that we are going to get the so many innumerable compounds of diamond, innumerable compound of carbon. Okay. So option 3. For E also the correct option is 3. Hope you can understand. Yes. So let me write it properly. This will be option 3. Next we will go for true false. This side I write. I hope you can see. True false. Carbon constitutes 0.03% of the earth crust. Yes, this is true. Graphite is the purest form of carbon. This is false. Diamond is the purest form of carbon. So number B, this will be false. This. Okay, diamond is the purest form of carbon, probably. Next, colored diamonds are costlier than colorless and transparent diamonds. Yes, this is true. Colored diamonds, because of different metallic oxides and all, or traces of metals which are there in the diamond, these are very rare, and that's why these are costlier than colorless and transparent diamonds. So C is true. Now D, graphite has layers of hexagonal carbon bondings. Yes, this is true. Graphite has layers of hexagonal carbon bondings. This is true. Number B, this is also true. Diamond is insoluble in all solvents. Yes, this is also true. So number E, this is also true. Okay. So the first one, that is carbon constitutes 0.03% of the earth crust. That is true. Graphite is the purest form of carbon. That is false, because diamond is the purest form of carbon. Next we have colored diamonds are costlier than colorless and transparent diamonds. This is also true. Graphite has layers of hexagonal carbon bondings. This is also true. And next, number E, diamond is insoluble in all solvents. This is also true. So up to third question, that is true false, this we have done today. Next day we will go for the rest one. Okay. Thank you all of you.